welcome into the latest edition of the SAU Men's Basketball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. And Coach, we spoke to you a couple times at the end of some games this past week. Your team in conference play went 2-0, 2-1 overall for the week. It was kind of a week in which you said you didn't know if it was good scheduling or bad scheduling on your part, to where you had 3 games in 1 week, 2 of them conference games, none of them gimmies, but again, you come out 2-1 overall. 2-0 in conference play, so that was obviously very good. Let's talk a little bit about first the game against Harding. It was a very close win. You come out 64-62 against Harding. Kind of what did you see in that game?
Man, Harding, it seems like a lifetime ago now. Just a game where I felt like we were challenged to guard a team that is well coached and runs their stuff very well, very disciplined. I felt like our guys defended really well, and we were able to get stops when we needed to, and that's been something that we haven't really been able to really lean on, since I've been here. And I've wanted to instill a defensive mindset, and this team has the ability to be a really good defensive team, especially now adding Kevin Jordan, a 6'10", presence inside. So. Able to get some key stops, I feel like, and had some guys step up and make some big shots, and overall just really happy with that win over Harding.
And then we go a couple days later, bring in Ouachita Baptist to the W.T. Watson Center. They were a team at the time coming in, probably one of the hottest teams in the Great American Conference. They were sitting there right at the top. We're averaging just at 90 points per game, very explosive potential offense. They had a guy who was leading the country in field goal percentage in Tyrell Brown. But you guys were able to kind of really go after him, got him in early foul trouble. That kind of opened up some things for you. But again, we talked about how the Harding game was great defensively. That rolled on over into Saturday.
Yeah, we were able to build off of Harding, and I was really, really happy about that most, I think, just because we could have easily rested on our laurels and just been happy that we beat Harding. And the Thursday-Saturday turnaround is really tough, so I was happy that we played even better defensively Saturday against probably a more explosive team, like you were saying. We wanted to attack Tyrell Brown. Whoever he was guarding was going to get a lot of touches. We wanted to make him play defense, and we were able to get him out of the game. Thank goodness I don't know if he missed but 1 or 2 shots all game, and we were able to defend well. I thought we gave them some trouble inside. Alrique had a great game, and we also had some guys put it on the floor and be able to get to the rim and create. And probably our most complete game to date. And now the struggle is, can we build off of that? And that's tough when you're trying to change a culture and maybe you're not used to some of that success, that constantly trying to be on these guys to remain unsatisfied or dissatisfied with our performance, and we're having to find things to get on about, and there'll always be those things that we can improve upon, but we're going to have a tough test Saturday at Tech. I'd imagine it's been a long time since SAU beat Tech at Tech, and we just want to go up there and continue to build and rely on our defense and let the offense take care of itself.
And you mentioned the Arkansas Tech game. After the OBU game, it will have been a full week since you've been in game action between the OBU game and playing against Tech. This week was finals week, and so a few restrictions on some practice time and whatnot, but also a good opportunity to get some rest after a week from last week where you have 3 games, the tough games that they were. So is that beneficial for you, think, having that break and not having the game action going into Saturday?
I personally didn't like it because I felt like we were playing really well, and now we have some time away, and we gave them a couple days off, and now with finals, so our practice schedule's kind of been up in the air, and we're practicing in the MAC today, and we've just kind of been displaced a little bit. So I didn't like it just because it kind of threw us off of our rhythm, but every team in the conference had finals week last week, so everybody was doing it, and hopefully our leadership won't allow us to be complacent. Yesterday's practice could have been better, and I expect a championship effort today.
Looking ahead again to Arkansas Tech, first-year head coach. He's been within the program as an assistant, got promoted to the head job. They've had a pretty tough schedule at the beginning, some non-conference games. before getting into conference against some MIAA opponents that were pretty tough. So they come in just under 500, 4-5 overall. Hadn't won a conference game yet, but that's not exactly the story of Arkansas Tech, who they are, and traditionally. So what do you kind of expect going into that? Maybe not looking at those numbers and records.
They expect to beat us. They expect to beat us because they're Tech and we're SAU, and I have an issue with that. That's just my personality. It's nothing personal, but I have an issue with that, and it's my job to make our guys have an issue with that. And we've got to continue to put that chip on our shoulder. Yeah, we're 3-1 when we played all 4 games at home. Now the real test is going on the road, where we're 2-20, I think, in 2 years here on the road in GAC games. So now we're going to get the real story on what we're made of.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. He and his Mule Riders are set to go travel to Russellville, Arkansas to take on Arkansas Tech. Another Great American Conference game, the final one before Christmas break. That game is set to tip off around 3 o'clock p.m. or will be about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the women's game, which is set to tip at 1 p.m. Coach, best of luck.
Thanks.